Hello everyone, my name is Taro Ishida. I'm a composer. Today, I'd like to talk about Hayao Miyazaki. Not about his films themselves, but about how he creates. This is not a movie review. It's a story about making things and how his way of creating deeply changed my own thinking. And later, I'd like to connect this something broader. A tendency I feel exists in Japanese creative culture. Of course, I love Miyazaki's films, but what interests me even more is Miyazaki himself as a creator. I've watched many documentaries about him, and through his words and the way he works, my own view of creativity has changed a lot. Usually, when we imagine how a story or a work is made, we think something like this. First, decide the whole picture. Second, decide the ending. Third, design the structure. This feels safe and reasonable. It looks like the correct way to create something. But Miyazaki doesn't work this way. He doesn't decide the whole picture first. He doesn't decide the ending. Instead, he starts from very small details. For example, he might start with the edge of a ribbon on the girl's dress. Once that ribbon feels right, the girl's face begins to appear. What kind of expression does she have? What kind of eyes? When the face appears, the girl's body naturally follows. How does she stand? What kind of posture does she have? When the body is there, the place where she stands becomes necessary. Is she indoors or outside? Is there wind? Is it raining? From the scenery, a house appears. From the house, a town appears. And before you notice it, a whole world has been born. Miyazaki doesn't design the world first. A small detail leads to another detail, and the world grows step by step, almost by itself. The way of creating is very clearly shown in Howl's Moving Castle. That strange, complex, messy building. It looks as if it was carefully designed from the beginning, but actually it wasn't. Miyazaki often tells a story from the Edo period. A person finds a small metal ring, and for some reason, he really loves it, so he thinks, I should make a box to keep this ring. After making a box, he likes the box too, so he thinks, I should make a shelf for this box. Then he wants a room for the shelf, then a house for the room, and before he knows it, a whole mansion exists. The important point is this. He never planned to build a mansion. Everything started from loving one small ring. The building in Howl's Moving Castle was created in the same way, by collecting favorite shapes and parts one by one. After it's finished, it looks like a structured design. But the creator didn't start from structure. Structure appeared later as a result. There is something even more surprising. Miyazaki draws storyboard from the beginning in order. When only about 30% is done, the film production already starts. No one knows the ending. Not even Miyazaki himself. The story moves forward as if the work itself is guiding him. This is Miyazaki's own words. I can create by structure, but if I do that, I'm not satisfied. I don't feel alive. So he doesn't choose that method. For him, the most important question is not what is correct or what is efficient, but do I feel alive while creating? At this point, I'd like to widen the view a little. Miyazaki is special, of course, but this way of creating is not unique to him. I feel similar thinking exists in Japanese creative culture, especially in manga. Many Japanese manga are created as weekly or monthly series. When serialization begins, the ending is often not decided yet. The story changes through reader reactions and the creator's own excitement. Sometimes even the author doesn't know what will happen next. The story starts to move like a living creature beyond the author's full control. A famous example is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The creator Hirohiko Araki once said that during serialization, he seriously worried, at this rate, this main character might lose. Imagine that the author himself feeling that he cannot fully control the story. He is inside the story, moving forward together with the characters. This is very different from a method where everything is planned from the first. Serialization in literature. This way of working is not limited to manga. In Japan, many novels were also written in newspaper series. Writers continued writing day by day, letting the story change as it went, rather than deciding the final form first. They followed what felt necessary that day. Miyazaki, manga creators, serialized novelists, what they share is this. They value not structure, not completion, but whether they feel excited in the present moment. This is only my personal hypothesis, but in Japan, there seems to be a strong tendency to not fix the future too tightly from the beginning, and to allow form to appear through the process. It's not efficient, but it often creates works that feels alive. I feel this tendency is quite strong in Japan, but how about your country? Do creators decide the ending first? Or do they discover it while creating? Is this cultural or just personal? I'd love to hear your thought. Before we finish, a quick announcement. I'll be going on a European tour with concerts and lectures. If you are interested, please check the links in the description. I've also released an album called Tokoyo. This album was also created without deciding everything in advance, by listening to where the sound itself wanted to go. You can find links in the description as well, so please take a listen. Today, I talked about Hayao Miyazaki's way of creating and how it connects to Japanese creative culture. If you'd like, please share how you create and how things work in your country. Thank you very much for listening. I'll be posting in English at least once a week, so please follow and stay tuned. There will also be posts in Japanese in between. I hope you don't mind, and thank you for your patience. I'm really happy to share this space with listeners from different countries. Thank you very much. See you next week.